Hello, Lego friends. Friends, I guess I'll just say friends, even though I don't know you. Anyway, I wanted to share with you guys about my trip to Disneyland, Disney World. Kind of get those two mixed up, but anyway, let's just get started. First, I went for the entrance to go to Main Street. That took us to Main Street. That lead us to Adventureland. That Adventureland took those rides, and I'll talk about that later. Then we went to Frontierland, which I think I'm saying that right. Going to Liberty Square. Then after Liberty Square, we went to Fantasyland, which had a lot of baby rides and all that slow rides, like a boat ride that went very slow, called It's a Small World. But I'll get on to that later. After Fantasyland, we went to Tomorrowland, which is probably my favorite part, because Tomorrowland only had rides and restaurants. Not saying I ate all the restaurants, I'm just saying I like the rides and everything. Anyway, let's go back to Adventureland. Adventureland was a fun, I don't know how to say it, but like a fun trip. Jungle Cruise was a tour like in a forest in jungle. It had a mean lady cruise around us, us around, and she was just treating us mean, saying that we're going to stay here for 3 months, yeah. And she just made us duck. There was this one part that she was like, duck, 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 goose. It really got us. Like, everybody ducked. Every single one of us ducked. I looked up and I saw all of us ducking, and she was like, goose, and I was like, ugh. So I didn't trust her after that. So I just sit back and listen to her jokes. Even when she said, there's an elephant, you better duck or it's going to shoot you with water. So I was like, nope. Then she announced my name, why didn't you duck? And I said, I don't believe you. And then she just stopped talking to me. Anyway, after we got off, she started telling us jokes because the boat in front of us wouldn't take off and she couldn't park. So yeah, something, right? Alright, so then we went on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. Wasn't bad at all. It wasn't. It was one part, I guess, I wouldn't say scare me, but it like started going fast. Like I thought it was supposed to be a slow ride, so I didn't really expect it. And then after that, we saw Jack in what do you call it? A barrel, and we saw him in one of those, and it kind of, I was like, wow, selfie much? And then after that, we saw him find all his treasure, and now he's in victory of gold, and he's happy. He's happy. Alright, now that we're done with Adventureland, let's go on to Frontierland. I hope I'm seriously saying that right. Splash Mountain. Let me talk about that. Nope, I can't. Because it was closed down, because it was like didn't have enough water for us to go on it, and I packed a Bane suit and everything just in case we got too wet, and I had to like put that on. So I got really upset at that, and I just wanted to eat. So I went to go eat, and I came back, and I wanted to go on a roller coaster, and then I saw there was a Big Thunder Mountain Railroad track. It was really fast. It was in a mine cart, and you're just in a mine cart, and that's it, and you just go really fast. It's just like a normal roller coaster. There was one drop, and then I think that took your picture. I think that dropped it, and you just took your picture, and my dad had the funniest face where he just put his hands up, because my dad's kind of just like that. He just puts his hands up, and kind of one of those people. That was not a ride that really scared me. It was a fast ride, but it did not scare me. Then we go on to the Hall of Presidents and Haunted Mansion. Let's start off with Haunted Mansion. Haunted Mansion, I have to admit, I was scared a little bit. At first, I was like, wow, it's just going to be a thing that we walk through and whatever. And then I realized, why would it say on our map it's taking you around the map. Taking me? It better be like me sitting down and taking me around the map with a freaking thing that traveling with us. I don't know how to call it. It's like a elevator mover. It's like one of those and it just takes us around. But no, we had to go on a ride. And I was really creeped out right there. It didn't go fast at all. I thought it was gonna have a drop or something like Pirates of the Caribbean or something. There was ghosts and yeah, it was pretty funny. And it's more than scary. It wasn't really scary. More than anything, it was funny. And then we go on to the Hall of Presidents. This one had a lot of pictures around the whole place and whatever. And it had a show that told us about the presidents. And I thought that was really cool because I actually learned some stuff. And then it just showed us all the presidents that ruled over the United States. And it showed Obama taking a speech. Barack Obama taking a speech. Then we went on to Fantasyland. Fantasyland was a baby place where like all the babies would take it like it's a small world, Peter Pan's Flight, Mad Tea Party, which I don't recommend for kids because that just twirls you around and make you throw up. And yeah, I didn't really go on a lot of rides in Fantasyland because I knew all of them were baby rides. But I didn't spend a lot of time there, like probably 3 hours, just going around. I did go on some rides, but I didn't go on many. I went on Dumbo. That was a fun ride. But yeah. Then we'll go on to Tomorrowland. I guess I just really want to go into Tomorrowland. I guess that's why I skipped a little bit of Fantasyland. Tomorrowland, I think I already said this at the beginning, but I like it because it's only rides. And like 4 restaurants or whatever. But there's like all rides. It's like no like pictures or whatever. It's all rides. That's the main thing about this place. Tomorrowland, it has Tomorrowland Speedway, Space Mountain, Astro Border, Tomorrow Transit Authority People Mover, Walt Disney Carousel Progress. I'll get into that because that one I really did like. Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin, and Stitch's Great Escape, and Monsters Inc. Laugh 4. Let's start off with Space Mountain. Space Mountain was a fast ride that goes around in the dark. It says right here, blast off on the coaster, ride in the dark. Let me just make an adjustment to that. Pitch dark. It was pitch dark in there. I couldn't see a single thing in there. Not one. It went super fast and we went up, down, around town. There wasn't really much to say about Space Mountain except that when you go up, you don't have a straight down. You go like around, and then you just come right back up. It's nothing like a straight drop down. Alright, after Space Mountain, we went on to People Mover that tutorials us around the whole thing, like Carousel Progress and Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger and Laugh 4. It would just take a tutorial around the whole city of Tomorrowland. Alright, after People Mover, we went on to Carousel Progress. What I like about Carousel Progress is that it takes you from 1960s to 2013. That's what I like about this one. Now let's go ahead and start off with the first one, which is where you didn't have TV or any electricity. You had to read from a newspaper, and they got the light from torches. It wasn't really funny on that one, unless like they were teaching you like they had to use like the only place they iron their clothes was with like fire, and it was funny because she was like, I'm burning. It was kind of funny at that point. Then we go on to the second circle of progress. It's basically just them figuring out about electricity. They made ovens, and then whatever you know, the whole place turns out on you. Lights out. Pitch dark, and then the sun comes over and turns on the switch, and it turns everything back on. The funny thing is the city turns off with the house. I didn't find that much sense, so that's why I didn't like it as much. Third Carousel Progress ride. They had electricity, they had lights, they didn't have the whole city to around their house to make it all electricity. Yeah, and they had irons, they have dresses, they have cotton, they have all this awesome stuff like we do now, but that was in the 1960s. What I don't like about Carousel Progress is that it skipped right to 2013. Like, I wanted to go to like 1980s and then 1990s, 2006, and then to 2013. This one had the last Carousel Progress ride. It had Grandma playing a video game, the son teaching her how to play it. Then the dad turned on the oven by just talking, like saying 850 degrees, please, and then it would just go to 850, and then they would say just random numbers, and it would say it, and then it blew up, and then the turkey was just all ruined. Yeah, and they had toilets. I guess they didn't have that in the 1960s. They didn't have toilets. Yeah. So after Carousel Progress, we go on to Stitch's Great Escape. Now, Stitch's Great Escape, it was nasty. I really was scared because you know those things that make you shoot up like a rocket, make you shoot up straight. Well, we had those kind of like things around us, and I thought we were going to shoot up. I was so scared, and it kept on saying teleportation 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, but it was only the monster that was being teleported. And Stitch right there in the picture is right there, and he just teleported straight out because he was beast in level 3 instead of level 1 or 2. We were recruits and we were bosses, like a boss. And then Stitch would go into the control panel room and steal the guy's hot dog and burped all over us. It was terrible. Yeah, I guess we can just end it there. It smelled bad. Let's just say that. Then we would go on to Laugh 4. What I liked about Laugh 4 is it wasn't only laughing. It was telling us a story. It was like a continued part of Monsters, Inc. You know how the ending, I forgot his name, the green guy, the one-eyed person, he said that scares isn't more powerful than laughs. So instead of scaring you, they would laugh. They would tell you jokes, whatever. More laughs we did, more power they had. And if we didn't laugh enough, the doors wouldn't even open for us. Try to scare us like that. Okay, they're trying to be funny. But my favorite guy from the Laugh 4, actually, he was a comedian, just like the one-eyed dude, but he was probably my favorite illusion guy. And he was funny because he would try and illusion us, and then he would fall asleep on his own. Yeah. And then we went on to Main Street. Back to Main Street after we went from Tomorrowland. We went straight to Main Street. And then we went to go to celebrate a Dream Come True parade. This was really fun because, oh, wait, no, we didn't go to the parade. Oh, yeah, we didn't go on the celebrate Dream Come True parade. We went to the Main Street Electric Parade. Yeah, the Electric Parade was probably one of my favorite parades there because there was a lot of parades, but I didn't really go to all of them. I just like watched a little bit of it and then I stopped. I didn't really want to watch all of them that well. Anyway, there was a lot to see there. There was Tinkerbell, there was a dragon, there was, what else there was there? There was was a train that was actually driven by Goofy. And I think that's it. There wasn't a lot from there. It was basically just, I think that's it. It was just, wasn't a lot. Like, it was fun, but it wasn't really a lot. Sure, I liked it, but it was like not as many stuff to be there. It was like only a dragon, and that's it, and Tinkerbell. Like, if they wanted to make it fun, then why don't you add like more stuff into it and make us poop our pants of amazement? Anyway, then the final thing, then we left after this. We excuse me. We saw the fireworks happen. The fireworks was pretty amazing. It didn't, like, I wasn't really expecting it. Like, I was expecting like maybe Mickey or something like of a firework to happen, but no, it was just normal fireworks and whatever. But I guess I'll end it at fireworks, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Big thanks to Disney World for me to have an awesome time there. I really did have an awesome time, guys. I really recommend that you guys go there. If you guys have enough money, I would also go on the water park, but I don't want to really talk about that because there wasn't really much there, and then it would just be a boring video. Alright, guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye, and see you next Saturday. Remember, every Saturday I will post it, unless I have like an excuse or something. Make sure to like, favorite, and subscribe to my channel. See you guys later. Peace.